Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's Bible study is very interesting. Let's get right to it. Picture the scene. It's the end of an era. King David, the shepherd boy who slew giants and ruled Israel, is nearing the end of his life. He has spent years amassing incredibly vast treasures: gold, silver, bronze, precious stones, all for a building he will never see completed, the Temple of God. The amount of wealth gathered here is staggering, even in modern terms. But as David stands before the entire assembly of Israel to dedicate these gifts, he doesn't boast. He doesn't take a victory lap. Instead, he prays one of the most profound prayers of humility found anywhere in Scripture. Today, we're diving into 1 Chronicles chapter 29 to uncover David's masterclass on gratitude, ownership, and what it really means to give. If you've ever struggled with the concept of giving, or if you just want to understand the heart of biblical generosity, this passage is the key. The very foundation of David's prayer is a radical idea that changes everything. David looks at immense wealth and essentially says, "God, none of this actually belongs to us." Starts by praising God's greatness, acknowledging that everything in heaven and earth belongs to God. David realizes a fundamental truth. Humans aren't owners, we are stewards. In the prayer, he even calls himself and his people pilgrims and strangers on earth. We are just managers passing through. He admits that the riches and honor they are giving actually came from God in the first place. You can't impress God by giving him back what is already his. As David asks the famous question in verse 14, "But who am I? And who are my people that we should be able to give as generously as this? Everything comes from you, and we have given you only what comes from your hand." So, if God already owns it all, why does he want us to give? This is where the passage turns from theology to the heart. David highlights that this massive offering wasn't a forced tax. It wasn't done out of guilt. The text emphasizes the joyful and willing nature of the people's offerings. Giving, in this context, is purely an act of worship. It's an external physical reaction to an internal spiritual gratitude. When you realize you are a steward, giving stops being a painful duty where you lose something and becomes a joyful opportunity to participate in what the owner is doing. David actually thanks God that they get to give. As the prayer concludes, we see the heart of an aging king facing his own mortality. David reflects that our days on earth are like a passing shadow. He knows he won't be around forever. So, he shifts his focus to the future. He prays specifically for his son Solomon, who will build the temple. He doesn't pray for Solomon's wealth or military power. He prays that God would give Solomon a loyal heart to follow God's commands. David knows that the condition of the leader's heart is more important than the size of the treasury. The passage ends with a massive collective act of worship. The whole assembly blesses the Lord and bows down. It's a unified response to a powerful truth. 1 Chronicles 29 isn't just about money, it's about perspective. It's about recognizing that everything we have is on loan from a generous Creator. When we grasp that, our grip on our stuff loosens, and our hearts open up to worship freely. What's one thing you are grateful to be stewarding for God today? Let me know down in the comments. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more explorations into Scripture. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay blessed.